Hello guys, this is my presentation on Bruno and the Shapeshifter. Pretty much this is a game about a hero called Bruno. He's a prince of a kingdom, goes on an adventure and finds a buddy that can shapeshift. Which leads me to my hook. The princess was stolen by an underground demon from the underworld. He was the king of the underworld. He wanted the beautiful princess for his own to be the princess of the underworld, or the queen of the underworld. Bruno doesn't like this. He goes out on an adventure and swears to save her and bring her back to her rightful place. Along the way, meets up with his friend, the Shapeshifter. The genre of this game is a 2D co-op game. You can either play solo, and Shapeshifter could be used for the solo player as an AI to help get through things. He can switch between Bruno and the Shapeshifter. Or you could play as co-op. You and another player can team up together to use the bronze and the strength of Bruno and the shapeshifting skills of the Shapeshifter to get through certain areas of the campaign to progress forward towards the main goal. What does the player do? He does a lot of stuff. Depends if you're playing solo or co-op. Either way, you're doing a lot of things. The Bruno, he's the melee guy. He can also use magic. He can double jump. Like I said, cast spells. The Shapeshifter, he can take any animal or any being, spiritual being, anything, physical, anything, and change into it. Anything that Bruno needs to either get up on a higher platform, to get down somewhere, get in under a little crack, anything. The Shapeshifter can change into anything that is needed at the time to progress through the level and to get to the next area. The decisions that the player will make is very mindful. There's no, except for when you use the Shapeshifter, there's kind of no right or wrong. Like, Bruno can use melee attacks against spiritual beings once he gets to the underworld levels, but it won't be as effective as if he uses magic against the demons and the ghosts and all that stuff. Melee will be more super effective against physical beings, like any evil animals or physical beings they come across along the way before they get to the underworld. The decisions the player will make with the Shapeshifter is a little more different. Say you have a wall or a door that has a symbol stating, it shows like a ghost, like a symbol of a ghost. That'll tell the Shapeshifter, hey, I need to get a spiritual being, someone that can go transparent, so me and Bruno can get through that wall. We have to go through it. We can't go around it, we can't go under it, we can't open the door, we have to go through it. Same goes for if there was a little crack at the bottom of the wall. He would have to find shapeshift into one of the smaller enemies in the area that spawn to make them small enough to fit into that little crack at the bottom of the wall to get to the next area. Those are some of the decisions that the player will have to mindfully think about as he's playing the game. Rules of the game are kind of simple. Of course, if you lose all your hearts, you die. The Shapeshifter, he has to use certain things to get through certain parts of the game. He can't use a cockroach to get through a solid wall. He has to use a ghost if needed, if that's a symbol. While jumping across gaps, if you fall down, you die. After so many points, you get a 1-up, give an extra guy, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple rules. It's not really too in-depth. Now, the player's main goal is to get through all the levels, get to the end, and defeat the underground demon, the king of all demons, the one who runs the underground that stole the princess to become the queen of the underworld. That is his goal. Bruno's main goal is to help, or to get the princess. The Shapeshifter's main goal is to help Bruno get into the underworld and rescue the princess to bring her back so she can become queen of the human world and be placed where she belongs, alongside Prince Bruno. And that's pretty much it. That's everything. It's a real little simple 2D game. I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation, and thanks. Leave me some feedback.